Hey everybody, I wanted to spend a little bit of time going over some of the basics of how to set up a lab book. And in order to do this, I am going to actually call up a picture of a lab book, and I'm going to do this to show you really what you need to do. So let me change positions here and let me call this up. So this is a lab book. I have it upside down because I have some things kind of in the other side of here, but here we go. This is what you're going to do. You're going to take the cover of this lab book. Let's assume it's the front cover. And on this, you're going to write Organic Lab. And then you're going to call this Volume 1. It doesn't matter if it's a Roman numeral or not. And then the next thing you're going to do is put your name. Okay. Now keep in mind this is really just how to set up a lab book. It's not one of the specific things that's going on. Now sometimes you'll have like these boxes here where you can do that, okay? But the name, you need to make sure it's Organic Lab, and this is Volume 1, and then and then the name of this. Now if you have a second one, a second lab, which you should, that would be Volume 2. And the third one would be Volume 3. So you need to make sure that you do this. So when you open this up, your very first page, here's the front cover, here's the page. This is going to be reserved as a table of contents. Okay? Now, as a table of contents, you are going to then keep track of everything that's in this lab notebook. Then the other thing you want to do is you want to make sure you number your pages as you're setting this up. Now you don't have to number every page, but when you do number the pages, you're going to start with 101. Now I say this because this is Volume 1. Okay, that's where the first one comes from. It's almost like floors or rooms in a hotel. Okay, this is Volume 1 in page 1. Okay, if it were Volume 2, it would start with 201. Then you're going to skip pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 or 6 pages. Okay, and notice that's what I'm doing. And so let's see. So when I skip those pages, I could probably number them. Notice I'm only numbering the right-hand page. You never, ever, ever write on the left-hand page anything that you want me to grade. This is for scrap work, for side work, for notes to yourself, whatever, but you never write on this side. Therefore, they don't get numbered. So, anyways, this is page 102, and then 103, 104, 105, 106, and then let's say on page 107 we start. And so this is where you're actually going to start the lab. Okay. Now, since this is the first time you've actually written up a lab for the organic class, this is what you're going to do. You're going to put a heading here, and you're going to do it only in pen. Okay. Now, some people are even specific that it should be in black pen. I'm using a marker only because I want you to be able to see what I'm writing here using this document camera. Okay. But every page of your lab is going to have the heading. It's going to have the lab number, Lab 1, and then this lab is simple distillation. Lab 1 is simple distillation. Okay? And so that's where your lab is going to start. Now when you get back here, you're going to start the table of contents, and you're going to, now, in terms of exact setup, you can change this slightly. You can put your page numbers over here, you can put your page numbers over here. But I'm going to put my page numbers over here, page, and then it's going to say 107, and then I'm going to start by saying Lab 1, I don't know, Roman numeral or whatever, and this is going to be simple distillation. And I am going to, for my table of contents, make sure that this is a detailed table of contents, okay? Because I'm going to use the rubric, and each one of those sections on the rubric is going to be labeled here, okay? So then I'm going to do like 107, and we always start a lab with a general procedure, okay? And so that's going to go over here, okay, on page 107. Okay. Now, again, we are writing this only on the right-hand side. We're not writing it on the left-hand side. Okay, this is really just for scrap, for showing your work or doing a math or making little notes. Okay. So those are some of the keys to setting up a lab notebook. Okay, so tune in, and we'll talk about all the rest of the parts in the following videos. Have a great day.